Roll intro.
You probably want to turn that off.
Oh, welcome to the Oh, damn, how about that? Welcome to the Fully Function. Hey, bro. You know, trying there. Welcome to the Fully Function. You feel me? It's your host, Anomaly, and I'm here with
Synonymous gang.
Facts. And we about to take y'all through the first episode of Gachiakuta. So I
Dude.
just went
Oh my
through
god.
the dub myself personally, right? And first thing that I want to touch on is animation. Because I know we're gonna see a lot of people rave about the CGI, and I can say right now that it was like a couple moments where like I actually noticed it, but other than that, it ain't nothing yet where I feel like it's too alarming to where the animation nuts to go crazy about. And honestly, I feel like if it's done well, I feel like it could be received properly in the community. But you know how the community can get it can get real, you know, wishy washy sometimes.
I think they're also just really picky. Like, people can't really decide what they want in animation anyway.
Yeah, I can understand that a lot. And see, like the one thing that I kind of compare it to is because Baki uses CGI, and they kind of use CGI for the fight scenes a little bit, and it kind of makes the fight scenes move a little more like fluid. And like I said, it can be done very well. That's one of the things that I like from like that series. So I would love to see like Gachiku to be able to implement that and make like the fight scenes a lot more fluid. But what I can say is like the animation still looks beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie. There's a beginning scene where he's doing like the trash raid or whatever, and he's moving around all crazy, and they're shooting at him. And I thought that that was actually really well animated.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. So right, that scene in particular, right, I was kind of waiting for just so I could see how they kind of like handle it. But more than anything, I kind of was like stuck on comparing because I just watched the dub. I watched the dub first because I know a lot of people are real particular about. Well, we ain't even gonna say particular. A lot of people are real harsh on these dubbed voice actors, and I kind of sat back and did my own compare and contrast of the dub versus sub voice actor, and I ain't gonna cap. For a little minute, I was kind of leaning towards the sub giving off more emotion, but when I locked in a little harder, bro, I seen that the sub is following more of like the manga to where like obviously I can't hear what they saying. I don't know what they saying. But for me reading it, it's following more of the manga where it's certain things in the dub that they're ad-libbing.
Oh, for
So it
sure.
kind of get yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it kind of gives you a different type of tone shift. You feel me? So I feel like in certain sequences I get more emotion out of the sub, but in other sequences in the first episode, I get more emotion out of the dub. But that's just me coming from like a person that speaks a English speaking person. 'Cause, like I tell people, it kind of hit differently. Well, it depends on who you are. It kind of hit different when you can kind of understand what they're saying. And I just feel like when I first got my first watch of the dub, I feel like the voice actor was giving more of like a kind of more of like a stoic vibe until I got those moments where I kind of got where you kind of get that anger. You feel me? 'Cause I can kind of see like they're going for the same vibes, but it's in like when you watch it, it's I can't wait. I can't. We're gonna have to do another full video of us breaking down the whole. I mean, we're gonna do another full video of us comparing the voice actors, so you can kind of really see what I mean. The like the thing that I want to compare the most is like when it was falling. when they
Oh,
actually
for
dropped him from
sure.
the
I was
cliff.
just about to say that. I think because I didn't watch the dub, I only watched the sub, so I thought it was real interesting when you brought it up. But like, I did go back and watch the dub right before this, and just that scene. I only watched the scene right before he falls, and I was like, even like the things that he's saying are different,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I like it or if I dislike it.
That's the thing. That's what I say. I kind of feel indifferent about it, and I feel like it could probably be a bad thing going forward, but it also could be a good thing. Because what I can say is, like, me personally, I'm not one of the guys to be real harsh on the dub voice actors. I can say that the dude that's actually playing Rudo, I can say that he's actually doing a pretty good job so far. I mean, it's only the first episode, but you're gonna see those people on the internet doing breakdown videos who gonna give him hell.
And it sucks because, like, especially because with Don coming out, I feel like English voice actor, like, we see that English voice acting can be really good. And so it's one of those things where I feel like the bar is raised, even though people were already harsh on it.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt, without a doubt. And but the guy that's playing Rudo, he's already pretty seasoned. So because he played Hinata from Haikyuu. Yeah, and I think what's the little short blonde dude from Attack on
Oh,
Titan?
Armin?
It wasn't Float, not Armin. He doesn't play Armin. He's the dude from one of the later seasons, bro. You know, bro.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I watched
That's one of
Attack on
those guys,
Titan, dog.
bro. He's one of those dudes that pop up like in one of the later seasons. He's one of the. I think he's one of the dudes from Marley. I think he's one of the dudes from Marley. I think one of the short
Mm.
dudes. The dude. He's a little short blonde guy, bro.
Basically, shout out the blonde guy.
Hey, judge me, call me a fake nerd, what you want, but shout him out though. Yeah, shout him out though. He pretty seasoned, bro. You feel me? And like I said, you know, take for a grain of salt that the studio is probably changing the tone a little bit when they're changing these words up. You feel me? Like take that into account when you watching, you know what I'm saying, the sub dub and however you take the media. But one thing that I can say, right, is because before it came out, I started we both was digesting the manga. What I can say is seeing it animated, bro, whether you like the CGI or not, is still a breath of fresh air.
Oh
Cause
my
like
god, for
seeing
sure.
the contrast from their clothes to see how clean that their clothes was compared to how dirty the other guy's clothes was. So to actually see to actually be able to visually see the contrast from Rudo's clothes to everyone else's clothes when he get down there and the environment when they get down there. Because you see how once
Yeah.
Retgo went from the one side and to the other side, how like the tone shift. I wonder how yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
And
and I love how they kind of like did it when he kind of fell down. You kind of feel the tone shift when he's falling. I can't wait till you kind of like get to see all the characters that's actually living down there and see how they live and stuff, and so we can actually compare and contrast that.
one thing that I did think was interesting about like the anime that I don't think the manga made me do quite as much is like just the real difference in tone from going from the higher up people to like the tribes folk where Recto and Rudo live. Because if you go back and watch it, I'm relatively sure at the beginning when it's just showing the higher up people, I forget what they're called, but when it's showing them, the sky is bright, like it's brightly lit up there. And then as soon as we get down to Rudo and he's in that scene with those kids making fun of him, there's garbage cans everywhere, there's garbage bags everywhere, it's dreary, everything's gray, and there's almost no sun, if any sun at all.
And the conversation that they was having about how that side even like came about, right? And again, I always got to put out you got to put out your theories first, because like I said, I'm reading the manga already, but I'm not further enough to know. But since all of this is information that's given out in the first episode, I can go ahead and throw my theory out right now. You feel me? It's my theory that Rudo's parents are probably, well, one of his parents are probably still alive. Likely his dad. I don't think the mention of his dad was a throwaway.
Oh, for sure.
And from what we've seen, I feel like it's probably the guy who killed his other father, or another guy that they're probably going to show us later in the series. If we get that far, I'm hoping we get that far though.
One thing that I did notice is I never really thought about it, but like again, like watching the anime kind of reframed me, and I put on my theory hat where Rudo is there right before Regto gets killed or whatever, and he sees that there are officers walking around right before. And I don't think that's coincidental. I definitely think he was set up by a higher entity. I feel like somebody above them it like set that up.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, none. And that's why I said, bro, I hope that everyone that's watching, you feel me, pick up all of these little marks and then grasp them enough to grab onto the series to give it a chance and let it ride out. Because like I liked the first episode because I already read it. But a lot of people attention span is short, and it's like, man, look, the build up for this series is probably not going to hit that mark that what it needs to. It probably mid series.
I don't know. I feel like it depends. If they continue, because like as far as we've gotten in the manga, like you've seen some of these fights, I feel like if they give it like the JJK treatment where they faithfully adapt it, but then like add in a little extra flair to it, I do feel like it could kind of do what JJK did, where there's something for the people that have the large attention spans, and then also something for the people that want the flashy punch punch.
Bro, but this is the thing. I can't wait to see, because punchy punchy good time go crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I can't wait to see the fights animated. I can't wait to see how they handle it because, bro, I love the power system, bro, and I'm already very invested in Taruto himself because soon as I started like reading it and I got past the first chapter, it gave me the same feel of when like I seen Attack on Titan for the first time, and I just was like, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm riding with him. I'm riding with him. I mess with him. Like that's my guy, and I feel
Me seeing Luffy crash out the first time.
what what. Hey, check this out. What it was for me with Luffy, I'm trying to think, bro. Was it when he gave Nami the hat? I think when he gave Nami the hat, said, yep, that's my
Oh, for
captain.
sure, for sure. That was the first time. That was my first time going, whoop his ass, Luffy. Whoop his
He gave Nami the hat,
ass.
bro. I said, yep, that's my captain. Bro, not even that. It was it was the moment was like, I believe in you, Luffy. The Luffy became Joe Hendrick right then and there.
For sure, bro.
Like he became Joe Hendry right then and there, bro. Like, you know what? I like this guy. But man, bro, and I can't wait till like, cause like what it was for me with Rudo is, and I hate, cause like I hate that, cause I can't wait for it, cause I love how he sees things. You feel me? How he sees his possessions, how he sees every possession, how he sees the world. Like I feel like the creator did kind of a deep, nuanced kind of like message that she's going for, and she hit it between such a cool archetype and such a cool like graphics and dynamic that it all meshes together like amazingly, and I can't wait to like dive deeper in the series. And me personally, I am not disappointed at all, like right now. And like I tell like me and you tell everybody, the representation that they do in this series is top tier. Like this is a series that I'm going to be talking about for years to come, and we cannot let this series fail. I mean, I don't think the series can fail at this point, but us as a community, us as the anime community, we cannot let this series.
Listen, bro, you're preaching to the choir because I personally, just today, I put three more people on. So, as soon as I was like, hey, bro, first episode, go check it out. You're going to like it. Don't even sweat it. Tap in.
And I'm interested to see how hard it's going to hit the anime landscape. Because I'm wondering, right?
I think it's going to do great. I don't think there's a whole lot more going on other than Dandadan.
Mm. And that's the thing. I need to kind of like look more into the ethos and kind of see what's like what else is coming out. Because Don is cool. Because, yes, competing with Don in like the grand scheme of things with all the numbers and everything. But I'm more or less talking about more or less on impact tools type of thing. You feel me? Because if it actually gets a global impact, that's something like a JJK did, or uh something like a Demon Slayer does. You feel me? That could be big for the series
Yeah.
because it's already a long series.
If it becomes a starter pack anime, I feel like that'll really do it well.
Yeah, facts. And but see, and this is my thing, right? That I'm kind of scared for because I've been hearing about Gachiakuta for a long time, and it's been on my list for a long time, right? So it has this niche little fan base that's really like, but it has like 300 chapters, bro, and I just feel like it should be bigger than what it is. And the fact that it's not is kind of scaring me. But the fact that it just got an anime, I'm so hyped. You feel me? I'm so hyped because it's like if it does hit the impact that it does, it's already pushing to be probably like the next My Hero if everything is animated because it's gonna be around for a long time.
For sure. I definitely think so. I'm not going to lie, though. I think my number one thing that really blew me away the entire time is like, you feel me? The whole time that I'm reading this, I'm wondering what would I make the soundtrack sound like, and I really feel like they killed that. The music at the beginning when he's doing the trash maid, and then the music at the end when he's being dropped into the pit. Like I feel like that's gonna be the tone. Those are gonna be the type of sounds like that heavy grungy music. I feel like that's gonna be what plays during fights.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the first fight, right? And and that's the thing. How well the audience receives the first fight is going to probably let us know a lot. But me being me, I already know what fight is going to take that's going to like hit the internet hard when it gets animated, man. And I forget the guy's name, but the dude with the locks, bro, when he gets animated,
Yeah.
it's going to be so crazy, bro. And I know that's probably going to be closer to the end of the series, but the fact that he's already animated when that fight gets animated, bro, like, oh my God.
That was all I cared about was like when I watched the trailer and I saw the second trailer and I saw that fight specifically got animated. I'm like, oh, I'm good. As long as we make it there, I'm
But
good.
seeing is the fact that we made it there, I feel like we're going to make it to at least as far as I read. You
Yeah.
feel me? Well, at least as far as I read when I first started. So I know that like the first season should cover at least up to probably about like 25 chapters, which is pretty solid.
I'm really ready to just kind of see how it goes though, because like I said, I am no slouch when it comes to anime music. Some of my like favorite songs ever are songs from a soundtrack. So like I'm so ready to see what else they can bump out. I'm ready for the season to be over and for us to get the OST on Spotify and stuff. Like I'm ready to know what those sound like and what they bump like for real. Especially because I feel like there's gonna be some hip hop inspired music in
Oh,
there.
without a doubt, I hope so. But now that you say all that, now that I think about it, bro, I did not pay attention to the opening. Did it have an intro? Because
I don't think
I
it
don't think it had
did,
an intro.
but I noticed that's been a recurring theme recently. Is like a lot of first episodes don't have a theme song.
So I can't wait to see what that theme song like. I can't wait to see what the theme song is talking about. Because now that you mention it,
Dude,
I
I'm
don't think
hoping
I
for
heard
something
that.
kind of like I'm hoping for something kind of like Punk, but also kind of like Mayday from Fire Force. Like I'm hoping for something kind of like that.
Mm, whatever it is, bro. I hope it hit hard because I know you don't. Well, we gonna I'm gonna go ahead and put you on blast. I know you don't like Demon Slayer.
Whoa. Hey, bro, I'm sorry. I just don't think that opening is as gas people make it
Bro,
out to
that
be,
shit is
bro.
gas, bro. It's gas. I'm sorry.
I don't know what
It's
to tell
gas,
you, bro.
bro.
I don't like that, and I don't like the Tokyo Ghoul
Oh
one. Those are like the
my
two I get the most flack
god,
for.
no. You just don't like
I
popular
think the
stuff.
Tokyo Ghoul has TikTok music syndrome, where it's like that 30 seconds that everyone plays is really good, but the rest of the song, I'm like, I'm just waiting to get to the good part.
Man, look, the dude who did the English version of the song, bro, he snapped so hard, bro. Cause this is the thing, I didn't even really, I'm not, I didn't even really, I didn't watch Tokyo Ghoul because it's on my list of things that I was gonna read because I seen that somebody told me that it was different, but I digested enough of the media. But man, look, the theme song, I wasn't so since I didn't watch the anime. I did not get like invested in the theme song like everybody else did. So when I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is cool. But when the dude did the English version, I said, oh yeah, no, this theme song is tough. It's tough, bro. It's tough. It's tough. But I don't think it's better than Demon Slayer. I don't think it's better than Demon Slayer though.
I, I don't know, man. I think I would rank it above Demon Slayer, but I'm heavily swayed by Tokyo Goons by Lil House Phone. Link in the description. But I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's really good sample material, whereas I feel like Demon Slayer is not kind of that, and I think that that heavily sways me as a producer. But that's neither here nor there. That is purely like,
You know,
like
opinion based, but hey, I understand it, but it's just so crazy to me. Oh, but another pick that I really like is Fire Force. I love Fire Force theme song.
I
And
think Fire
you know
Force has
what's
only had
crazy?
bangers.
Now that we mention it, right? We she worked on Fire Force, so we probably gonna look for something like in that lane.
Mmm.
So the theme might slap, and I can't wait to see the intro because the Fire Force intros and outros was so oh my so heat, so much heat. Like you could tell that them folks was fighting fires. You could tell they firefighters, bro. So much heat. Like they gave out heat after heat, bro. And it's like
They was fighting fires for
and it's
real.
like I'm trying to remember, bro, because the first intro I really liked it, and the second one I liked that one too. I need to. I don't think I did. They change it? Did they change it again?
For the third intro, yeah, it's definitely a different intro.
I had
But
to,
honestly, we should just do a video where we rank the intros, where
right,
we rank
right.
a bunch of like intro
But
songs.
back to Gachiakuta, I feel like we should be probably looking for something probably, something probably in the vibe of Fire Force. And
Whatever it is, I definitely trust them to cook, and I'm very ready for it.
I love that we're in an era, right, where like the old where the fans of the old creators are now creating their own manga and they're being hits. So it's like obviously,
Hey, because they already saw how to make it work.
so you
Like,
know, obviously that's how it always goes, but it's so cool now that we're in the era of technology to where you see that like these people are really vocal about it because it's so cool to see how like how how much inspired that the creator of Gachiakuta was by like Soul Eater and Fire Force that they went to go and work on it and create their own series that with me being a big Soul Eater fan and a big enough Fire Force fan, right? For me to get like the essence of those shows, right? But it to still be its own entity. And it's a lot
for
of
sure.
people, it's hard to kind of like to do that, especially in the day and age of comparison. Because it's like if she would have came out and said that and people were just reading Gachiakuta, they would have never really known. Like a lot of people probably would have drawn to those comparisons anyways. But
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot of things now in the era where, like I say, everybody always draw those comparisons when they dress about, oh, this is the next Naruto, this is heavily inspired
I hate
people.
that. I
You
hate
feel
that.
me?
Just
Like,
let stuff be
but
itself, bro.
with me, bro, right? I can see what people drawing from the comparison. I can see what people like, it's the fan base, you feel me, bro? Fans love to do that and love to compare and do all that other stuff. But one thing that I can say is a lot of these shows are coming with a sense of their own identity. Cause like, yeah, we can say that out of all of the big three, JJK like has a lot of like bleach themes, you feel me? And you could probably grasp at certain Naruto aspects maybe. But at the end of the day, JJK left a stamp on the anime community where like JJK is its own thing. 5 years down the line, you feel me? Yeah, people gonna be making those comparisons, but JJK is still gonna hit as its own thing. Kind of how like you get the Hunter x Hunter comparisons with things like maybe like Naruto or like the Yu Yu Hakusho comparison where people be like, Sasuke's diet Hiei. You feel me? Like, yeah, the fandom does that, but at the end of the day, these things stand alone as their own entities.
Why the Sasuke Hiei thing be pissing me off because I think they're both cool, but why niggas can't just be evil and short?
Hey, hey, bro, I feel it. Because look, at the end of the day, it's somebody that's a Dragon Ball Z fans. You're gonna say all of them are diet Vegetas.
Exactly, and guess what? That nigga is evil and short.
Right.
Like I don't care, bro.
I am weak. Oh my God.
But this is where I'm gonna put the outro. So like, I think I'm gonna start outroing. So like, for background for anybody jumping on the bandwagon now, in case we do it like and we keep with it forever. But like the way that me and my friends say goodbye is like we don't say goodbye. We just shout out something good, or either we say fuck something bad. And that's just kind of how it goes every time. So this time I'm gonna shout out Soul Eater because that was the first anime I watched completely on YouTube.
Thanks. Hey, shout out Soul Eater, man.
Hey, roll outro.